One of the most irritating thing, or maybe one of the most disappointing thing for anyone experiencing truth, is to recognize the lazy mind in all who seeking inclusive of God, or in fact anything that will enhance or detract from their personal life. But one has to admit and laugh at oneself for being the same lazy mind before this self-realization. Christ's words lead every time to revealing the path to truth. But most lazy minds depend on another explaining the meaning behind Christ's words. One has to find out for oneself what words mean, what they are for. So the speaker would like to offer some sort of secret or trick into how to do it for oneself. But again, these are words, so you must find your own words. But if you feel that you are willing to listen for a few moments, then here is my secret. Look at every word, statement, and quote dualistically. Regardless of the order of the words and what the writer intends to mean with their carefully selected words, mostly for the purpose of hypnotizing the reader or listener into what they want to get across. For example, politicians are devious and use words for deeply sinister reasons. Sages are also devious and use words for deeply profound reasons. No one, please listen, no one is exempt for taking words, manipulating them, and using them with intent for thousands of reasons, good and bad. Words are here to be utilized, seen through, and then mocked at my initial need for them, or our initial need for them in the first place. Christ preaches very simply. Regardless of the correct order of the words as used by Christ, he says no one with words will enter the kingdom of God. Only will this take place when they become like the innocent child, speechless, in awe of what lies before them. To the lazy mind, which only recognizes what it has been taught, appears to read that the one who is possibly reading as an adult mind may understand. Maybe in this way, I must act if Christ's words are true and I'm reading them properly as Christ wanted me to understand from. I must act like the child before it is allowed into the home of God. But is Christ actually saying that? It's not an interpretation from your mind, because your interpretations themselves are conditioned ways through education through your understanding and your inherited listening through a forced kind of way to look at the dictionary or ask another what they feel. And of course each one's interpretation will be completely unique and different to their upbringing of words. Now the lazy mind has also inherited through its gorging information natural and fantastical images, factual names and assumed names, pictures, sounds, tastes, and imagination stimulated through the gorging sensory system, all learned from external source minds. Now imagination may appear to come from internal mind, but remember the witness was born before mind. Mind has also inherited thousands of other ideological offerings from thousands of external minds through TV, books, and other fantasies. So the mind will always read the statement from Christ using its programmed file of information. What if the speaker offered another way to read Christ's quote? Would this interest your informative, learned mind? Absolutely not. So no point in offering an already seeking mind more information for your hard drive. Frustrating, is it? But Christ never said it was easy. He said it was simple. He didn't say it was easy. The whole point of these words is to break down the mind and point at what mind does not know, not what mind knows. What mind, who it is representing, who is the witness of mind? Where is this witness of mind? What does it consist of? What can it know if the mind does not know? But firstly, let's take a peek at the makeup of the mind. The mind is a guide which gorges on offering. It knows no distinction between good and bad until it is told by a mind that it is learned. The mind that is learned from tells that mind that you must take on board what I say. But it also says you have the opportunity to interpret it as the same mind. So the mind is not giving in to the witness. The mind is just playing around with what it knows. Words. What it has learned. Words. What is before words. That's why before good and bad was recognized by one's own mind, the parents got in first and did it for the child. Hence that lazy mind is born. The parents are not to blame, the actual ones that dwell inside the parent's body, the witnesses of the parent's own mind. They're just repeating, repetitively vocalizing what they have also been handed down. So to regenerate the new mind, one must pull the plug on the old mind. Is this clear? And if it's clear, who is listening? What is listening? If mind itself is listening, it's not going to like that, because this is the beginning of the annihilation of something that is really, really been very beneficial for you, but also detrimental to the witness, because it has tried to control you. It has tried to force you into directions. But it also has tried to help you. See, this is a confusing thing. What the hell do I do now? What the hell does I do now? This computer of mind that is full of nonsense, but also of beneficial intelligence, holds you prisoner to the computer of mind itself. You feel as if you're broken and useless because you don't know which direction to take. But this is good news. This broken and useless is absolute great news. This is what Christ is pointing at. You're going to continue to ignore me until you're forced to face up to me. What is this word, me? In some countries they call it I. They don't understand the word me, but it is a personal pointing to my own body. I am me. This is me. This is I. This is who, what I is. This body is I that is. But the cunning ego side of mind that stems from some corrupted society mind is so driven by information, stifling all seekers, including enlightened seekers. This ego has invented a hard drive to copy and paste into new laptops, let's call you, which has to be of greater memory to cope with the old and the new stuff. So the ego says, yeah, let's look at this, let's take on new stuff, but let's not delete the old stuff, because, you know, it's quite scary to get rid of your mind. With the promise from these words, from this mad speaker, that there will be a new mind at the end of it. A clean, clear Christ mind. This is dangerous, says ego. And of course ego is speaking about itself, to itself, because it doesn't like the idea of being replaced or deleted or renewed by another version. It's the same as your body. The body does not want to be taken out of the system with the promise of a new body, because it's not about the body, it's about the one that dwells within the body. So is it the mind that dwells within the body, or is the mind the makeup of the body? Or is the body the makeup of the mind? Or is there something that is exempt from mind and body that you know very well? You have to understand that governments, politicians, religion, science, and any other what you would call types of controlling mind, with good reason of course, are only interested in the practical. They're only interested in projecting information that may be useful or beneficial for this mind. But this mind is an illusionistic dream world, and it fascinates the governments, the politicians, the religious people, and the science. It fascinates them because they want to know something that is unknowable, and that's a challenge, you see. Not just a godly challenge, but a human challenge. I want to make everybody happy. I want to make everybody one. I want to find the one. I want to go through the universe and discover how this one was built, or how this world was built, or how this body was built. That's a dream. It may be a great dream for you. You may be enjoying this dream. And that's great. Because why not? Why not just fall into the dream trap? The only difference is the awakening when the body goes will be very sudden and impacting. When you realize, oh my God, I've been fooled. And that's what awakening and enlightenment is. You're not angry at what you have been forced into or enticed into. You're angry because you feel a fool about yourself, not about anyone else, not about any other mind. You feel that your mind has actually fooled you, but you think, wow, it not only fooled me, it led me through these words to the door. To recognize I need to stop being fooled. So, what do I speak about? What does this speaker say? So, if I engulf all minds listening to this with endless information and to encourage more learned advantages from being learned as priority, I become that government official, I become that politician, I become that religious speaker, I become that scientist. But the difference is they want to tell you what to learn rather than allowing you to learn by being true to your own pure mind offering. The speaker is saying, no, ignore external minds, ignore this speaker, ignore the mind, but simplify the words and look within the words. Look at the space of the words. Look at how they are designed from your inner being, from that me, the Christ word. Through me, I is the way. Within your own body, not Christ's body. Christ didn't say, follow me. He said, follow the words that lead to me. All of these are words, but the initial one is me. You're me. Can you locate your me, your I? But let's cheat a little and jump to truth. This is it. You, whatever you are, is not a learner. Only mind learns. You, whatever you are, is not the teacher. Only mind teaches. You are already the knower, with nothing to learn and nothing to teach. But mind confuses itself with so many versions of itself that it says, no, I am, inverted commas, the teacher. You are the student. And you use these words as the teacher as well as being the student, because that's what your mind is. You're replicating your mind. Mind is replicating itself when you speak outwardly or inwardly about things that are just blurbing from your body. You are not part of the lesson because you are simply the witness of life, with no human senses, no judgment, and nothing to do but be. This is incredibly, incredibly painful for the mind. to listen to these words. You're simply the witness of life with no human senses, no judgment, and nothing to do but be. Mind wants to replace the world, nothing to do but see, or nothing to do but experience, or nothing to do but touch, nothing to do but smell, nothing to do but listen. To really get a grip on this non-learning and dehypnotization of the mind, which sounds like something is dying, that has been so important and may be of value somewhere down the line. And all of one's life has been encouraged by the people that want to love and grow and develop and improve your life. So it's a catch-22. It's a contradictory experience. I don't want to lose the things that people have told me because they told me through love. But have you looked at the word love? What does love mean? Is love a word? Is love an experience? Is love an association, an attachment, a relationship? What is love? Before the word love comes, is there not an experience through this emotional and sensory body that exactly replicates what love is? What these people, even this person, is improving, but trying not to improve, is the expanding, gorging mind. It is the most fearful thing to be heard when some mind says, drop everything, including knowledge, past, future, family, values, relationships, words. But don't drop all the words. Everything that is associated with the old stale computer mind has to go. But the words just have to be rejigged, re-selected, re-looked at, re-worked, re-conditioned, reincarnated. What does the word to you, the words for you, through me, or follow me? I am the way, or I am is the way, or I is the way. And what is so fearful about being free from all minds? If you've ever experienced a depression, anxiety and stress, or a mental condition, like this speaker has, on many occasions, before self-realization and even after, because we are continually bombarded with new words, new minds, new descriptions, new meanings, new methods, new purposes, new ideas, new concepts, new ways. So at that point, you wanted to be free of mind. I don't want to take this anymore. That is why most awaken through that state of depression, that state of fear, that state of, I've had enough of this words, but we call it world. I've had enough of this world. And a few turn and say, okay, it's now time to turn around, go within, and face up to that what is before words, that I have been frightened of, the truth about myself through Christ.